Young hoes, run free, never be caught up. Yeah. Guys, I love that song. Young, like, oh wait, I know it's not actually Young Hoes, but I just like that song. I'm on my 70s. Like, that, but let me think. Point of No Return, Boogie Oogie. What y'all know about Boogie Oogie? Okay, anyways. I had an intrusive thought. I was like, I need to make a video because I had therapy today. And what I was realizing, I was talking, I was like, wait, I think this is an interesting concept. Because when I was at home for spring break and I was looking in the mirror, because you're in that environment and you're so used to like looking in that mirror and seeing like childhood you because like, well, you don't go home no more, like you haven't seen this mirror in a while, but you expect to see what you used to see. Yeah. Well, when I go home and I like, obviously, I do not see that no more. And I've just been thinking about my evolution into like, how is it that we got here, guys? Because I feel like people always see end product. Like, if y'all see me out right now, like, I was just saying, like, am I not giving, like, face is giving femme queen, body is giving, like, butch les twink. Like, there, I have a little bit of combination, and it's a combination, both things that are looks feminine. Because it's like, I feel like I'm more associated with the feminine, at least physically appearing, and that's, like, why I went home and my grandma was asking me if I was trans. Like, that type of thing. And makes sense. Like, I get it, guys. Like, we see each other. But let me tell you about my thoughts. Okay, like, what am I? Because this is how you guys see. You guys see me as going boy girl, and it's like, well, yes, but no. And let me tell you why. And like, I'm curious. Like, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, so what do I see? Like, how would I verbalize it? And this is what I've come up with. Okay, I'm gonna insert a picture of like me when I was a guy, and like me in the mirror. Cause like, oh my god, guys, wait, sidebar. I love a sidebar. Mirror time. I love it. Do you guys do that too? Like, I know I have a friend down here. You haven't met her yet, but I told her, like, me and her would always talk about mirror time because it's important in the sense of just like looking in the mirror and like loving what you see, or like just doing it and not trying to pick you apart. Like, go into it and just be like, oh, like, what's tea? Like, mama, you have to go home and live in your body every day. Don't you want to like go home and not like, because some like obviously there are days where it's like I'm fighting at myself, like literally, yeah, like yeah. I don't know. I'm like, bitch, where my gun? Where my cookie? Where my juice? Like like there are just days where you're like, I want to off myself because people are testing me, and yeah, like you go home and you have to like just deal with that, and it's like the only thing that can comfort you is like just knowing like, oh, at least I love myself. And I love like loving yourself is very important. And mirror time is very important because it's like you have to love both your exterior and your interior because your exterior is a manifestation of your interior, babes. Like, are you actually putting in work? Like, do you really care about yourself if you're not like trying to like, like do your skincare or do things that like make you feel good and like make you feel good when you're like, you look in the mirror after and you're like, oh, like I'm so glad I did that for myself. And you're just like, I know you're happy. Like moments where you want to tell, like look in the mirror and be like, I know you're happy, like and like enjoy it. Like those are moments that you need. And there are moments where you need to look in the mirror and just tell yourself that too. Like I think that's very important. But on that note, my mirror time has changed a lot because I feel like the sensation that occurs when I see myself now is a very different sensation than I used to get. And I would relate it to like what I'm learning in my film class about like scopophilia. Like when we watch a movie, we're associating ourselves with the main character. And there's a lot of issues regarding this, guys, because of men. And it's like, oh, the male scopophilia, like in relation to like the male eye. And it's like how it shows up in film because a lot of the people who are writing and who are directing and producing are men. And it's like, so what do they want to be seen in films? And so it's like, how do you find films that they can really identify with? Because if they can't identify with it, like then they're going to do what they did to melodramas and call it a woman's film. Where it's like, oh, boo, Bookie Bear, boo. Let me tell you, it's for everyone. We watch your movies and we eat it up. So why don't you watch our movies and eat it up too? Because I love a Marvel movie. Yeah. So appreciate it. And yeah. So going off of that, like when I used to look in the mirror, I feel like wait, I don't even know how I. Oh, because I was talking about scopophilia. Okay, sorry. View like identifying with the person in the mirror. And okay, this ties back because we also related it to Freud, and we related to Freud because Freud worked with this guy, or I don't even know how they're related, but Freud and Lacan, they were in the same conversation, and Lacan in the mirror stage. And the whole entire thing is basically about how you identify with the person in the mirror. And it's like, even though that's not you, you associate it like the best version of you, but you still associate yourself with that because that's what you see. You know? I don't know. It probably wasn't verbalized well, but let me try. Let me try this again. Okay. The the mirror theory with Lacan is basically saying that when we're kids, when we see the person in the mirror, we identify with them because that's who we think is ourselves, and we project onto them the best versions of us because we like look at them and we're like, wow, like you're the best version, but then you're living like the reality. You know, it's like when you look in the mirror, like, ah, hi. So it's like, that's the best version. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then like you don't feel like the best version, even though who you see in the mirror is you. Like cognitive dissonance, chat. But I also think it leads to growth because yes, you need like difference in order for growth. And that sucks because interior difference is not fun. Like having conflicting like notions in your like self where you're like, oh, I do this sometimes, but there are other times where I don't do it. Yeah, that's hard for your brain. Like it's just like it's cognitive dissonance, no fun. Zuko in Avatar, when he had cognitive dissonance, he had no fun. Yeah, no human have fun with that. So yeah, and basically, sorry, we're in the theory of it all. Now we're gonna get into it. I think when I was younger, like I want to say like in my teens, because like yeah, that that part's important. The teens part's important because yeah, and when I was a teen and I would see myself in the mirror, I was like trying to be like much more masculine in the sense like I wanted a six pack, like I wanted to be hot man twink because I was like, well, obviously I'm not gonna be big, like that's just not my vibe. Like I was like, I never wanted to be like big strong man. Like I was like, oh, let me be like a little, like a smaller version of it, like twunk. Like I wanted to be a twunk basically. And I low-key executed fairly well. But when I saw myself in the mirror, I was kind of attracted. Like, okay, this is where it relates back to Freud. Because Freud along the way, somewhere along the line, he asked a question in relation to scopophilia. He goes, do you want to be her or do you want to be in her? Like, do you want to have? And that was like a big question with like scopophilia of women. Like when we would watch women, it's like, are you identifying with the women on screen? Or like, do you just want to like those were the only two ways in which they portrayed women in media, which was like they were either getting or they were like being identified with and they didn't want that. So they usually killed the women. Yeah. Wait, I don't think I explained that right. But I think there's truth in there. There's truth in there. There's truth in there. Sorry guys, don't quote me verbatim because when I make these videos, this is like after class. I'm like running on fume brain cells, but these are like it's like after you've been up all day and it's like now you're at your best ideas because your brain is just so like I don't want to say tired, but it like just when it's been so overworked, it gets really creative. I feel like at least mine because it's like it's so tired and it's like it asks the questions that like for some reason don't arise when I'm fully functioning. And yeah, so I probably didn't explain that the best, but that is a question that Freud did ask men at some point. It's like, do you want to be her or do you want to be in her? Like, yeah, and I find that interesting because that's literally my progression of how I've like reacted to like my gender and like my conceptualization of gender and stuff like that is like at first I wanted to be in her. Like the way I was acting was like man, like I was still on my man shit. Like I want to be in her. And like it was tea, like I was having fun with it. Like I do love being masculine on like my exterior, but it doesn't feel right for me. Like me personally speaking, like okay, let me let me re-verbalize because like I feel like I took the ball and ran with it. But my notion is when I'm saying that like Freud is relating to me in the sense of like, do I want to be in her? It's because it's like the person in the mirror I wasn't necessarily identifying with because like again related to how men didn't want to identify with the woman. So it's like, do I want to be in her then? Like they sexualized her. So what I was doing was I was sexualizing myself. And I was like, I'm attractive. So I'm not mad about it, if that makes sense. So it's like that is the best version of myself because at the end of the day, I'm attracted to that person. Is it because I want to be that person or is it because I want to have sex with that person? Who knows? But I do know, and it's because I want to have sex with myself. In in that sense, well, yes, because I was like, well, I'm obviously like I was so far like I don't know my notions of like what composes like gender identities, like what's non-binary, what is trans, like I didn't know a lot of these notions until college. So like obviously, like I was just working with what I had, and what I had was like, oh, I'm a gay boy. So obviously, I'm gonna try and be a gay boy that I find attractive. But no, that was my past. That that butch Les, no, she lives on in heart and in memories. Oh, but we are not her. We are not him no more. We are not him. Sorry. I'm just also like yeah, whatever. Sorry, I use all pronouns. I was just gonna say, but I hate having to announce things. I'm sorry. Like sometimes I get confused too, cause like I be pretty and shit, and I'm like, oh, that look like a girl, but it's like, yeah, those are just the notions I grew up with in my head. So obviously, it's gonna slip into my vernacular. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that after college or after high school, when I like started to like find out that there are other identities that I can like kind of have or be associated with that allow me to dress more feminine. Because if I were just like a gay guy, the social scripts for that are just like, okay, well, you still appear as a man, and like sometimes you can be straight passing. And it's like, I never want to be straight passing. I fear that is not something I desire. I don't gaff. I want to just be happy. So yeah. And so it's like, well, if I just want to be happy, I want to be happy with what I see in the mirror. And it's like, well, there are so many things I could do now. Like now that I'm an independent person, like I like am living on my own and stuff like that. So I get to make my own choices in the like those regards and like not worry. Like I could have done it at home, but I also like went to Catholic school. Like I didn't have all the information I have now, and also like I don't. I would have been scared to do that at home, like with constant viewership by family. Like that's just like that's a lot for me to handle. But I doing it away from home, I could flirt. Like I could flourish at my own pace, and I, I still had a mullet freshman year, and now I have like Babiana, and I've been growing out my hair for like over a year now, like a year. And when I look in the mirror now, I love what I see because it feels like I see my interiority. Like, I'm like, these are all the things, like the aesthetics that I'm like attracted to, I have now, if that makes sense. And it's not that I want to be in myself or want to sexually like get with me. I just like, I want to be that person, and that person is me. So it's lit now. And it's like, oh my God, like, it's more intimate, I want to say. Like the way that I view the mirror now, it's like before I was viewing myself so lustful because I was like, man, and like obviously I'm attracted to men. I was like, it was good. Like it was good. Like you are the best man. Like I would get it. Like I would get it. But now it's like I know that like I'm not restricted to like clothes, makeup, not necessarily assigned man, woman. And it's like any commodity. Okay, first of all, commodities, take that gender away from it. Not around these parts. Commodities do not have genders. They're not prescribed to a certain gender except for maybe like, no, actually, no, there's no gender because, yeah, all applicable. So yeah, I believe that like anybody can wear makeup, anybody can wear whatever clothes they want if that's what they want to do and that's what makes them happy. And me when I get to do that, and even though it's like breaking gender norms, oh my god, do I like love myself now? It's less toxic because when I just wanted to fuck myself, that like I was in a toxic relationship with myself because I obviously like even though I was like attracted to who I saw in the mirror, I wasn't necessarily identifying with them. And that troubled me because I was like looking for what I saw in the mirror when it's like I was looking for what I saw in the mirror in the real world when it's like Buki, like you could have just been looking for more of yourself in the real world. Like I was being guided by like I don't want to say lust, but like very much surface level attraction. And so yeah, that's how my mirror thing has developed because I love it. Like obviously I'm not perfect at all appearance wise, but it's so nice to like look and be like gorgeous. 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 Because when do like obviously I get told mm, I feel like people like who are my friends don't like necessarily always tell me I'm like super fine shy and also like I don't want to say it means less coming from a woman compared to like a significant other. But a lot of women, I can never tell their intentions with me when it comes to when they're complimenting me. So I don't necessarily always take it to heart because sometimes I'm like, are you fetishizing me as your GBF right now and you just want to hype me up so that you can keep me around so you can just gossip and stuff? Because of that, I have like when women compliment me that don't necessarily know me super well, I don't always like take it to heart. But when a man or myself says it or family, oh, I take that to heart. And close friends, but I feel like my close friends, y'all don't like, y'all hate me for some of y'all. They're just not the touchiest people or complimentary people. So, but quality time is there. And yeah. So, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that made sense. But yeah, look, I need to look into the theory, but you should also look into that theory. Like, and they portrayed it in White Lotus with that guy who was getting with the Asian girls, and he was like, do I want to be an Asian girl or do I want to be in this Asian girl? Yeah, you can have that with yourself. Okay, that's all, guys. Bye bye. From Interbank, like and subscribe.